Pew Research has a new poll out on religiosity in America, and there are some interesting results. They say, quote, the share of U.S. adults who say they believe in God, while still high compared with other advanced countries, slipped to 89% in 2014 from 92% in 2007. The proportion of Americans who say they are absolutely certain God exists fell even more to 63% in 2014 from 71% in 2007. All right, so let's pause here because there's, I don't know, I view these numbers and I have conflicting emotions. So on the one hand, it's absolutely atrocious that 89% of Americans in 2014 say they believe in God. That's unbelievable. 9 out of 10 people? Yeah, I believe in God. How do you know? You don't know, dick. You don't know. How can you say that? You don't know. But I think the real number is closer to the people who say that they're absolutely certain God exists. So 63% today say, I'm absolutely certain God exists. I think that's closer to the number of people who really believe in God, because that remainder there between 63% and 89%, they're really more like giving the answer that they think they're supposed to the pollster. Of like, hey, do you believe in God? Yeah. Yep. So, and maybe they do, but it's just not a really strong belief where they're like, I know it. I know it. Mommy and Daddy told me. I know it's real. It's gotta be real. It's real. It's real. They're more like, yeah, I believe. I guess I believe. So, like that. So, on the one hand, it's depressing because 63% are absolutely certain God exists, but on the other hand, it was 71% in 2007, and now it's down to 63%. All right, they continue. The trend is most pronounced among young adults, with only half of those born from 1990 to 1996 absolutely certain of their belief in God, compared to 71% of the silent generation, or those born from 1928 to 1945. So in other words, the younger generation is becoming much more non-religious. And there's probably a variety of reasons for that. I mean, honestly, and this is not one of the reasons people often give, I think a lot of this has to do with the internet. You know, if you have all the entertainment in the world available to you at any given second, you're going to be busy, you're going to be occupied, you're going to have things that entertain you and make you happy in this world, so you're not bored all the time, you're not defaulting to, you know, humanity's oldest trick, which is making shit up about space fairies and believing in religion. When you're occupied and you have all this information available at your fingertips, it's much harder to believe in the fairy tales because you're already kind of happy and you already kind of have a lot of information available to you. So you don't need to rely on mommy and daddy to tell you horse shit that you immediately believe. The silent generation, the old folks, 71% say that they believe in God and they're absolutely certain of it, whereas only half of those that are younger do. Okay, let's continue. Younger people are also less likely to pray daily at 39%, compared to the silent generation at 67%. Young adults are also much less likely to attend religious services. The survey also found religious divides among the political parties, with those who are not religiously affiliated more likely to be Democrats at 28%, compared to 14% of Republicans. Now, they go on to say they think a lot of the increase in non-religious people is actually related to Republican politicians being anti-science. They say that the younger generation, when they look at Republican politicians, argue against climate change and argue against evolution and cuddle up to the crazy religious right like Pat Robertson, that there's like an opposite, there's a backlash effect from that. That they're so obstinate and they're so over the top and they're so dogmatic that the younger generation is like, yeah, anything but those jackasses. And it actually has an effect that's good in terms of more people being non-religious. So I guess for the first time ever, here on Secular Talk, we can say, thanks, Pat Robertson. We appreciate it.